How heavy was a pilum? Have you ever wondered how much a pilum, the iconic weapon of the Roman legions, actually weighed? This fascinating piece of military equipment played a key role in ancient Roman battles. Let's break it down. A pilum typically weighed between 1.25 and 2.5 kilograms. The weight varied depending on the time period and specific design. Early Republican pila were generally heavier, weighing around 2 to 2.5 kilograms. In contrast, later imperial versions were lighter, often closer to 1 to 1.5 kilograms. In terms of size, the pilum measured about 2 meters in length. It consisted of a wooden shaft and a long iron shank. The shank had a pyramidal or bodkin-shaped tip designed for maximum penetration. The iron shank itself was about 60 centimeters long and roughly 7 millimeters thick. The way the iron shank was attached to the wooden shaft was either by a socket or a tang. The tip was made of hardened iron, specifically crafted to penetrate enemy shields and armor effectively. Interestingly, the shank was often made of softer iron. This design choice meant that upon impact, it would bend or break. This prevented the enemy from throwing it back and forced them to discard their shield or be burdened by it. Roman legionaries commonly carried pila of different weights. This strategy allowed them to balance throwing range and impact effectiveness. A heavier pilum could deliver more damage and was better at piercing shields. However, it had a shorter throwing range. On the other hand, a lighter pilum could be thrown farther but with less penetrating power. The pilum was primarily a throwing spear, not meant for thrusting in close combat. Its design was a strategic choice to disrupt enemy formations by damaging shields and armor before engaging in melee combat. So, when you think about the pilum, remember that it was a relatively heavy weapon, weighing roughly between 1.25 and 2.5 kilograms. It was optimized for throwing to disable enemy defenses rather than for hand-to-hand fighting. This clever design contributed significantly to the success of Roman military campaigns and battles throughout history.